she broke this big piece of coal in half, found this gold chain in it, and that coal is over 300 million years old. And that gold chain, a 10-inch long gold chain, was embedded in that piece of coal, according to the report.
Wow, that's amazing. And by the way, Kevin, Jonathan Gray, you probably know this already. He has been a guest on the show, and we'd like to have him back again, just for food for thought.
Yes, I would hope you do. And his amazing work is the Celestials, The Tale of the Scorpion, one book, so forth. Well, I thank you very much. I won't take any more. Very fascinating to speak with you, sir. Thank you very much.
Well, fascinating questions from you.
Well, we appreciate it, Kevin. Thank you so much. Patrice in Ohio, you're on with Michael Cremo. Go ahead.
So what is your take on giants and how much the Smithsonian has done to get rid of artifacts?
Well, that's a very good question. I do believe that giants existed in the past, and I think that's kind of consistent with just even ordinary science. According to ordinary science, before 5,000 or 10,000 years ago, most animals were bigger than they are today. You know, the elephants were bigger, the sloths were bigger, you know, the wolves.
To the written word. When Abraham said his brothers do not need Lazarus to warn them, they have Moses and the prophets, rich man said, no, that is not enough. He lessened the value of the holy word. He wanted more than what was written by God. Jesus in the parable gives us a glimpse into the hereafter. The rich man, while he had all worldly goods, squandered them. He did not make plans for his soul. His money and his lavish funds would be used for humanitarian purposes.
Lo que entendemos es que estos fondos serían empleados para fines humanitarios, como sabe.
Fermer cette première édition d'Afrique Soir. Merci à vous de nous avoir suivis, à la réalisation de Jonathan Brady. Merci à toute l'équipe d'Afrique Soir. Et bien sûr, un coup de chapeau au Lion de la Teranga, le Sénégal qui s'est qualifié ce soir pour les 8.
There are even a couple of people who were 8 feet tall, maybe even one person about 9 feet. But you don't see anybody 10 feet tall or 11 feet tall or 12 feet tall.
Yeah, but I saw in the late 1800s, they've got tons of men standing up to these bones, and, you know, we're talking 12-foot, 13-foot beings, and now they do everything to discard all that. And my understanding is, you know, the people that found this stuff just gave it to the Smithsonian with their reputation, thinking that they would take care of it. And, yeah, they did. They hid it. And, you know, no one's allowed to know about it, which, why is that?
Well, Patrice, you know, it makes me, let me jump in here real quick, Michael, before you answer that, because we've only got a couple of minutes left. Makes me wonder whether it is not the fault of the bloodlines and everything that's been happening throughout history now, with the bloodlines making the human body become weaker and easier to succumb to various things way back when maybe they were more pure, you know, like in what we term as early Christianity.
I can buy that, but they're always trying to hide this stuff. They hide the technology. They hide, you know. We're never allowed to know what really happened. Although, did you hear about the finding in Tibet, that huge library of just like tons and tons and tons of documentation on history that just was uncovered, like huge amounts.
I've heard of it. I haven't seen any of it, but